Hello YouTubers. Visited the local sporting goods store here tonight, Friday night. I go there every Friday night. A friend of mine works there. And he had a whole bunch of these. And one of them followed me home. It's the 22 mag version. It's got a little bit larger grip to it. I've had the 22 long rifle ones, but the grips are only about half that size and I can't hang on to them. So we're going to see if we can hang on to this one. 22 mag. It has these little notches here to safely carry it with 5 rounds in it. What you do is you turn it to that notch, pull the trigger and let it settle in one of those notches, and then it's safe to carry with 5 rounds in it. The real old ones didn't have those notches, and you would carry it on an empty chamber. So it was a five cylinder, but you had to leave one out, like the old Colts, where you'd leave one out and have 5 rounds in a 6 round chamber or cylinder. North American Arms, Provo, Utah, 22 mag. Going to take it out and shoot it tomorrow, see how it goes. I think I'll take you with me. Let me run a cleaning patch through it and make sure there's no old machining oil or crumbs in it. We'll be back tomorrow out at the bullet trap and see how it shoots. Okay, while I'm doing this, I thought I'd show you how to take it apart. I've already taken it apart, cleaned it, and used my favorite super slick oil or lubricant on all the moving parts. But the way you have to load it and unload it is you have to kind of put it on the half cock, push this pin in and pull that out and kind of rotate the cylinder to loosen it up. Then you would drop your 5 rounds in, put it back in, and then you have to make sure get all the crud off with the little detent spring or pin. Ball bearing goes against the barrel and there's a little detent there that it goes into. Slide it in, pushing this pin in releases that ball bearing so that you can slide it on in. Then it'll lock in place and it's ready to go. Now I am going to stick a little wad of cleaning patch in here, put it in my vise right over there, and let's just check the trigger pull on it with my little gauge. Be right back. I don't like dry firing rim fires, especially ones that have these firing pins on them. That's the reason I put this in here, just to cushion the blow. It won't affect the weight of the trigger pull, and I'm going to use this gauge and see if I can do it without messing it up, because it's probably going to be a pretty hefty trigger pull. Well, we're at 6 pounds. Looks like it snapped at about 6 1/8. I don't know if you can see it. Hope so. Let's try it again. Kind of caught me off guard. You got to slide this baby back, and then now I know where it's going to snap a little bit more. Well, that time it was at 5 and looks like 9/16. The first time it caught me off guard and I might have kept pulling. 5, and that kind of took me off guard that time too, really. Well, people messaging me. Okay, there's 5, 5 1/2, 6 1/2. What'd I do? Slide that back forward. Get it on the trigger right. 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 7. So it looks like I've got a very inconsistent trigger. maybe shooting it'll smooth it in a little bit. It's about 8:45 Friday night. I think I'd bother some neighbors if I shot it right now, so we'll wait till tomorrow. See you then. Okay, here we are out at my little bullet trap. I'm about 20 feet from the bullet trap. I've got a paper plate with a red dot in the center. Got my little revolver. I have found that normally you would hold a pistol and pull the trigger with the ball part of your index finger. This little gun is so small it's hard to do that. I'm going to put my finger clear through there and pull the trigger, and I think I can hold it more steady and on target that way. I'm going to show you my hand holding the gun when I fire it, and you can see the recoil with the 22 mag. I've had these before, 22 long rifle, but the grip was only about like that, which you can see here. And you'd fire the gun and you couldn't hold it. It'd go pointing straight up. It is drizzling just a little bit, so I'm going to move you over here. Raise you up just a tad. We're out by the apple trees. And 20 feet or so, here we go. So it didn't jump too much. That was a bad flinch, but I see that shot, it was down. Let's not flinch this time. I see two of them now. Let's go down there and see where they're hitting. Unfortunately, I forgot to put on my earmuffs. Okay, I see 4 hits. Not very good. Let's see if I can show them to you here. This is the one I flinched really bad. Then I got 1, 2, 3 other hits. Now this is not a gun that you're going to enjoy, a little revolver you're going to enjoy taking out shooting all the time, because now to unload it you have to pull that out, use that pin to knock all the cartridges out. I have 5 more in my hand. Put each one of those back in. So I've got it loaded. Now I got to take that cylinder, put it back in the frame, take that, oops, dropped the pen in the wet grass, slide it back in, make sure I got that rounded part with the little ball on it, put it back in. Now we're ready to go again. Let's just go 5 steps. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'd say we're, well, maybe 15 feet, a little less. That was not good. Well, I can see a few more hits. Let's go back down there and take a look. Okay, from about 5 steps, there's 1, 2, no, that was an earlier one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I kept them all on a paper plate at 5 yards. No, yeah, about 5 yards. Doesn't jump too much because the grip is a lot bigger than those little 22 long rifle ones. So it's not a target or pistol by any means, but that's not what it was meant for. Let's go in the shop and talk about it a little bit. Okay, we're back in the shop. Got the old little revolver unloaded. I've been collecting firearms for probably close to 40 years now. And probably the last 10, 15 years, I've been caught in this mentality that it has to be a combat, home protection, practical firearm, whether it's like an AR for home protection and that sort of stuff, or my Glocks for home protection and concealed carry, and I've got a Glock 17 I use for pistol matches at the gun club. And I look at some guns, man, that's neat, I'd really like to have that, but what would I use it for? What good is that? Well, this fell into that category. What am I going to use it for? What really good is it? It can be concealed and carried, and 22 mag has some power, but there's a lot better options. But I got this one because I thought it was kind of neat. I wanted it, and for no other reason than I wanted it. I'd like to get another single action revolver, which is outdated by 100 years, you know, but I like them. So I'm thinking about getting one of those, but I'd also like to get another Glock. So over the next couple years, I might pick up a new single action revolver and get it all set up the way I like it. I want it. They don't always have to be the current hot competition home protection gun. It's time to have some fun now and then, and this in here, that's what that was for. Now I think I'm gonna, when I get the rest of the stuff I need for my Kydex knife sheaths and holsters, I might just make a little Kydex holster for this that will either be inside the belt carry or maybe in a boot. So that's an idea for this gun. Stainless, you don't have to worry about it rusting. Got to take it in and clean it up. I know what it'll shoot now. I know my range with it, and all is good. Sometimes you just need to get a new, I hate calling firearms toys, but you just got to get something new to play with. Something that just sparks your interest. Thanks for watching.